Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fijian Investment Trader, known as Fijian Traders. This is your host, Mr. Singh. Marathon Digital Holdings, ticker symbol MARA. What a roller coaster week we had, folks, and even how we closed on beautiful Friday, even on due to support and resistance. But before I talk on the technical side, as usual, I'm going to talk about the fundamentals, earnings, my portfolio, what's the good, what the bad of going with Marathon Digital Holdings. And we have a lot to cover, folks, so don't go anywhere. Also, I'm going to be doing a weekly recap of our favorite stock, Marathon, and what we're looking on coming through the week ahead of us and even weeks ahead of us, because I love what I see and it is a beautiful setup, right? And we have something in the news that I want to share with you guys, a good and the bad at the same time. So let's go talk about the earnings, which I did kind of have a breakdown, not too much depth on it, on the key things, but this is more breakdown, right? Where we went up. So on digital earnings, and kind of indicates why did the stock pull back, right? And I'll share with you guys why did we had a pullback when even the earnings were great. And I did mention earnings looks great, but we still had the pullback. So revenue went up to 387.5 million, which it was up from 299% from year to date of 2022. Net income went up from 251 and the US up to 694, and the loss, there was a loss in 2022. Profit margin also went up from the net loss on 2022. EPS of $1.41 went up from $16 into it's a loss of 20. So everything went up. Why did Marathon Digital pullback, right? There's a couple things happen, right? Because their operating expense were pretty high and they were not making enough revenue because of the Tennessee plant, the Georgia plant, what's going, and the company decided to do a self-offering shares. Self-offering shares is to gain capitals from the stock market, right? Pulling our shares. So that usually kind of made it's a wrong my books it was a wrong timing doing it right now, because you had investors panicking selling it. It's an offering, and where usually investors bail out, right? And that was one of the reason we had a dip, but it was a minor dip in my books. It is a smaller dip because it is where these low hanging investors are gone. Right now we have new investors also in during those times, from the drop of 32 all the way to 24 actually. And now even though it's pushed to $27, we have that, right? So measured holding revenues and earnings beat expectation. Revenue exceeded analysis of 2.5% of earning per share, also suppressed the analysis estimate. So everything, the analysts were saying something, they beat, right? All were good on that. It's just on the self-offering thing. Looking ahead for the forecast of growth of 30% PA average during the 3 years compared to the 12% forecast on the software on this industry. Also, right, during that call, there was one more thing was discussed, right? What was it? New supply chain risk of digital marathon, right? So that was a big thing, right? Marathon Digital, ticker symbol MARA, disclosed a new risk is a supply chain category. So, in a significant risk of a surgically bad immersion technology will remain an unproven method of a great scale. The company's success hinges on ability to effectively implement a technology optimized on cooling performance in a critical factor of maximizing hash rate efficiency. Given the invention of cooling does not primarily depend on the water, Bitcoin mine technique requires an envelope, and a marathon adventure's domain present a gamble and impact a cognitive edge of a technology fallen short of expectations. So there are a risk on that, on the terms of technology, on the supply chain, which there will be a new risk. So I think that also played a big part on that when the earnings came out. See, there was a lot of key factors happened on the 29th, a day, yeah, on Thursday, which resulted a pullback, and I did expected it to be a pullback, right? Where I'm also going to talk about my portfolio, right? As you see that I'm very well versed on my shares. Mara is I'm still holding 13,833 shares, still have 47,000. I did had at one time 21,000 shares of Mara. I did sold it off due to that, because I need to diversify and lock some profit, right? It's not that I'm scared and it's gonna be pulling it. My plan is to hold this a 13,000 all the way to the long run now, because I am seeing this stock to be a $50 stock without doubt, and it's coming to the end. So I'm very excited to see where it's gonna be heading. But on the technical side, I love the setup, and we're gonna talk about it right now. So don't go anywhere. This is a key things we're gonna talk about. But I'm still heavily invested on that, not planning to sell my shares or anything until unless if I see a major pullback, and that really has to scare me to do that. But right now on Friday setup, we did came dipped of 24.52, and then we rallied high. And even aftermarket, we just closed at $27.14, even though we closed at $27 on Friday. What a comeback. What a comeback story where we had on from 24. Even though we were in high of $34, we had this pullback, right? Even the 5-day, if you clearly see on the 5-day, right? Today was a crossover. It shows an uptrend for Monday, right? For Monday, it clearly shows an uptrend. On Friday, right, it still shows an uptrend. Look at the MACD, folks. Even for today's, we had a switch over. MACD did show up and shows a big time move on that. RSI, I'm going to show you something on RSI. So I'm going to squeeze this, right? Look at the RSI, right? Still making this way from the overbought territory to making all the way to the up high, right? And even MACD, right? Even look at the MACD. A beautiful MACD is showing right for the uptrend too. So everything is happening. It only thing to keep an eye is the volume. We need volume to do that. But our 1 month, this $27 and 40 70 $27 and yes, $27.49 is a resistance, whereas my resistance was sitting at $27.75. So I want to leave it as my resistance because the moving average is first going to be breaking that. Once you break that, and it's going to shoot. It's gonna go skyrocket. We did over here all the way from 27 to 34. So something to keep an eye on that. And I love the setup on this, because even though we pull back now for 5 days, 3 days, we've been trading, kind of 2 days, we've been trading sideways, which is a great sign, which is still a great sign. On the 3 months, right, we are still trading on that, right? Our blue line, which is a beautiful $27.30. So I hope you guys are catching what I'm trying to say, is $27.40, $27.30 out of the 60-day EMA is sitting there. It is sitting like a devil right now on top. And we gotta break that. We break that, and time we destroyed it. Guess what happened, folks? We shoot up all the way from 2016 to right here $30, right here all the way 24 to $34, and we are sitting right over here, and we are about to break. And why I'm gonna say it's gonna break, it's gonna be a beautiful break, because check this out, folks. Look at my MACD. We have a beautiful crossover on the blue line, and time every time we did that, what happened, folks? From 22 right here, shoot all the way to 34, right? And we are about to have a crossover right here, and guess what? We are seeing a green over here. So if you're a bull, you should be getting excited, pumping on the air, because this is a beautiful setup is about to happen on the Monday, Tuesday coming up on the week, because we are about to go test high of $34. But my beautiful line is $30 where I need to break and hold, because time we break and hold, next day we come back to all the way to the down. So right now, the MACD has a crossover. It is a confirmation for an uptrend coming out, a breakout. I'm not uptrend, sorry, a breakout uptrend is coming through on that. And on before I let you guys, we're gonna discuss the 6 months, because folks, this is weekend. I'm doing this video Friday night, and I wanna be doing. You're gonna watch this video on Saturday morning. I want you guys to enjoy the weekend and enjoy the view and enjoy the good news. If you are a bull, if you're a bear, there will be pullback too, but not gonna be pullback coming all the way down. But as a bull, right on, as for my long-term investment, this is when I trade. I look into patterns, fundamentals at the same time, because AUC, I put a hefty money on it when I invest, right? So 6 months is sitting at $26.46, means we are trading above on that. So we are beautiful on the 6 months. Nothing on that. Look at even the sell-off happened on the MACD, right? Now you can see a cool turnover coming up too. But you can clearly see that we are making higher highs and higher lows, right? We are going into this pattern, right? And this pattern is one of the beautiful pattern that you're going to see right here, right? So we're trading up right here. We pull back. we made another higher highs, right? We pull back, right? Which we did, and now guess what? We're gonna make another higher highs. If I know how to draw my things, sorry folks, I am struggling, but hope you got the message right up here. Sorry folks, not very good on drawings. This is not my bread and butter on that, but I'm gonna try one more time. Let's try one more time, right? And right, one more time. Here you go. So higher highs, we made this. We had a pull, right? We made another higher highs. Then we had the pull, and guess what? We're gonna make another hair. Here you go. I did it. Okay, here this is gonna be the trend of we are looking at it, right? Making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So this is the trend I'm looking at it on going forward. So folks, I'm gonna let you guys go enjoy your weekend because it is gonna be a beautiful week coming on for us, and we're gonna be enjoying because it is gonna go test of 34, test of my target still says the $50, where we're going to be seeing that even though I have my target at $50 doesn't mean I'm going to sell my shares. It's something that it is a very forecast target. I've seen it time and time for my digital Marathon Digital Holdings, and I'm very confident it's going to be happening very, very soon on that. So buckle up, fast to see it, but this is a beautiful ride coming in, and I'm excited about it. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful weekend. Please don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and turn on that notification. Thank you. Without you guys, I won't be doing this video. Thank you, folks. Bye-bye.